Hey everybody, it's Eric, 80s Horror Man here, and welcome to day 31 for my 31 Days of Horror. Yes, last day of October. Can't believe it's already at the end of the month already. Also, happy Halloween to everyone that's watching out there, here, and watching this channel. I hope your Halloween turns out to be a good one, whether it is you're going to be taking your kids out trick-or-treating or going to a Halloween party or just staying home and watching scary movies. So, the movie I'm going to do for my 31 Days of Horror is a new one that just recently came out this year in 2025. And the movie I'm talking about is Diced Reloaded. So, this movie Diced Reloaded, there is a short film of the first one just called Diced, where you could have watched it on Amazon Prime or Tubi, but somehow the movie's not there no more because I guess they were having problems or whatever. So they decided to reshoot the movie, and now that's why it's called Diced Reloaded. Because you do have the first short film of Diced, but then when you watch the movie, that same short film is actually added to the actual movie. So, details on what this movie is about. This movie does take place on Halloween, and you got this killer by the name of Benjamin, or Benny, whatever you want to call him. And he's been locked away in a mental asylum for so long because he ended up killing his foster parents, and he was like, he kept playing games with them, like playing with their limbs or organs or whatever he was doing with it. So where the killer, Benny, ends up killing his psychiatrist and escapes from a mental hospital. And the reason how he escapes is because he has a connection to one of the nurses that works there. So him and the nurse are connected somehow, and she ends up marking down the file saying it's okay to release him, but then she ends up throwing one of the other nurses like under the bus, saying, "You released the wrong patient. He can't be released because he's too criminally insane to be out on his own wandering the streets." So she ends up helping him escape from the hospital, and she ends up accusing one of the other nurses, saying that that nurse accidentally released that patient, and she's the one that did it. So Benny ends up killing this teen, steals the teen's costume, which is a scarecrow. So now he's Benny the Scarecrow, and he's after this girl by the name of Cassandra. And it turns out there's like a special connection with him and this girl that he's after. So and now she has to find a way to survive against Benny the Scarecrow. So that's basically the story on this movie. But the reason how Benny ends up escaping from the asylum, because he ends up killing the psychiatrist, and again, one of the nurses helped him out. But the death scene, the way how he kills the psychiatrist, is something that you would definitely not believe, because it's never been done in a horror movie before until I watched it, and I'm like, seriously? That's a first. And I'm like, ow, when I saw that he ended up taking a couple of crayons and shoving it up the psychiatrist's nose. What was it? So yeah, the psychiatrist gets killed by crayons. So that's something new that you've never seen in a horror movie done before. And there was some good blood, good gore, and I thought Jason Brooks, who played Benny, did a pretty good job. And if you're not familiar with Jason Brooks, he played Jason in the Friday the 13th fan films of Vengeance 1 and 2 and Roseblood. And he also played in The Death of Snow White. And he also does special makeup effects. I met him once at the Sci-Fi Horror Fest a couple of years ago, I want to say. And he's going to be back at the event for next year, so I'm looking forward to meeting him again. But there are a lot of special features on this movie. So not too many. You only got Diced, the short film, as I was explaining earlier. So you could watch the short film first and then watch the actual movie. But like I said, if you watch the short film, it's basically the same thing when you watch the movie. They decided to like bunch it up together. And Dread trailers. So that's all the special features there is. Right there is the back. So yeah, right there is Benny the Scarecrow. So Diced Reloaded, my thoughts on this. I definitely end up enjoying this one. I thought this movie was actually very fun. And again, good kills, good blood, good gore. And this movie was just fun. I definitely enjoyed this one. And I'm hoping that they'll be doing another one somewhere down the road, hopefully. So, Diced Reloaded from 2025. Definitely recommend checking out for those who hesitate, because you can get this movie on Amazon if you want to own a physical copy of it. So you can get this off of Amazon.com. So Diced Reloaded, definitely check it out for those who hasn't seen it. But if you have seen it, then you know how this movie is. Alright guys, so that's it for my 31 Days of Horror. What did you guys think? Did you like any of the movies that I end up doing for reviews? If so, which ones did you end up liking the most? Also, have you seen any of the movies at all that I showed in my video for my 31 days? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. Have you seen this movie before? If so, again, leave your comments down below. Also, like and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for my end of the month haul. Later.